What is up? This is Dragon Slayer, and I am streaming live on Twitch. Welcome to our daily grind, playing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt on Death March difficulty. It's our hero, Geralt of Rivia. Right, so we are on the Broken Flowers main quest. We're here to save Dandelion from his fate. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so Broken Flowers is a level 11 quest. We're level 10. So it's not really a big deal, but I'm going to go ahead and before progressing on that quest, I'll go ahead and knock out some secondary quests and do some exploration to get to level 11. Right? So on Death March difficulty.
Hey, you! Yes, you! You got water on the brain?
When did I talk to Vespula? Anyways, so on Death March difficulty, you do not gain experience as quickly as you would on, say, normal difficulty. Or whatever the normal difficulty is called. In fact, let's take a look at that real quick. Alright, so again, Death March difficulty. The normal difficulty is Story and Sword. Alright, so on Story and Sword, you gain, I believe it's 100% of the XP. And on Death March, you gain about 80% of the XP. So, there it is. Now you know. Alright, first off, let's take a look at what quests we might do. We should knock out this, an invitation from Karametz. I'm putting that one off. It's only level 6, shouldn't be too much of a problem. So let's head out to Mid-Cops. Might as well grab our horse. Good old Roach. We are at Karametz's home. Current place of residence.
The rats, why did he need them?
Let's get a save. Oops. Must be auto-saving.
Better to have stuffed them with a poison. Or them into a pulp with a shovel, but no.
Did you see what he did with them?
Kira, what are you doing?
Geralt, you gave me quite a start.
But nay, the mage, he says, bring me rats and healthy ones. Not something the cat dragged in.
This the lamp from the elf's hideout? And what's this about rats?
Nothing important. I'll explain later. Now tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure?
news of your sisters from the lodge?
None. We can't know too much about one another these days. It's safer that way.
Even tried to contact one another?
I've wanted to many times. But I've no way of knowing who would answer, or who might be listening.
So, bet you saw this question coming. What are you doing here?
Let me think. Enjoying the country air? Admiring the unspoilt scenery? Or is it furthering the age-old alliance between the city and its breadbasket? No. I'm in hiding, Geralt. Blind to the state of the world? Don't you see what's happening?
Mean the persecution mages now face?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Radovid's new pastime. Pursuing anyone with a whiff of magic about them. Witch hunters. Sound familiar? Murderers scouring the north from end to end, burning books, hanging soothsayers, torturing herbalists.
Picked a strange place to hide.
I didn't pick anything. In the north, Radovid's men hunt sorceresses like fish in a barrel. Nilfgaard controls the south. Where was I to flee?
Emperor does keep mages on a short leash, but he lets them live and ply their trade.
Radovid and Emma differ in every respect except one. They share a deep hatred of the Lodge of Sorceresses. And I was a member.
So how's it feel to be the village witch?
Horrid.
No joy in having the boundless respect and trust of the local peasantry?
They'd respect anyone who could produce hemorrhoid cream.
Been here a while, haven't you?
Long enough for rot to set in. You cannot possibly imagine how much I detest this place.
Why she gotta be so whiny? Alright, so knocking out these quests ensures that Karametz will be at Kaer Morhen when we go there. Right? So it's kind of the point of doing this side quest.
Why do you want the lamp?
You just witnessed why. To communicate with lost souls.
Didn't know you were interested in that kind of magic.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Why'd the elf promise you the lamp?
We traded for it. He needed powerful magic and sensed I was no common wart charmer. I brewed him a potion. To delay nervous tissue degeneration, stave off memory loss or some such.
Who'd he want to use it on?
He didn't say.
Mentioned you wanted something from me.
I did, and still do. The Cursed Isle on Lake Windammer. You've heard of it, I'm sure. The local peasants mumble incessantly about it, about the wraiths that haunt it. They claim none who go there return.
How'd it come to be cursed?
That's what I don't know. I must break this spell, yet I've been unable to identify its source.
Gotta know something.
Scraps. The curse is somehow linked to the tower where Serad, the lord of these lands, took refuge when Nilfgaard invaded. Claims in the village are that peasants, desperate of hunger, sailed to Fyke Isle to beg for food. Met their end there. It was a massacre. So, will you please help me lift this curse? You're so good at these things.
So the peasants who went to the island for food, this lord had them murdered?
The villagers say he had them poisoned.
A real gentleman.
Well, I never met him. But he certainly didn't seem such a cruel man, judging by what a mage from the Isle told me.
A mage lived on the island? Did you know him? Where is he now?
We were friends. Sadly, he died that day as well. Very few survived. Yet even those who escaped the Isle soon suffered agonizing deaths. Strangely, they did not seem to have been poisoned.
It's a mystery.
Why are you so intent on this?
I'm not. The local peasantry is. The Isle, miss. You've got to lift the charm. You're a good witch, a great witch. There's no end to it.
She's lying.
See, I thought you didn't care for the locals. The great witch you are.
I failed to lift the curse, and they could conclude I'm not so great. not enough to conceal me from the witch hunters and risk getting sent to the gallows themselves.
What others think, your image, that's all you care about.
The point is, listen, I didn't flee to these wilds just to stupidly get caught because some boar with grit under his fingernails grows annoyed with me.
All right, I'll help.
I knew you'd find it irresistible. Naturally, you'll need to sail to Phi Kyle.
Fine. What then?
Well, the spirits who wander the Isle, you must establish a rapport with them. Don't know how, but they could point us in the direction of the curse's source.
Think they'll be willing to chat?
Of course, provided you take my magic lamp with you. I shall let you keep it afterwards in appreciation. You'll find it quite useful, I'm sure.
Can't you just come with me?
I tried to go to Phi Kyle once. Thought my head would burst, the curse's magic was so strong.
Nice of you to send me there.
I experienced an acute nasal hemorrhage. You stand to endure a wobble of your medallion at most. At Aretusa, they trained me to detect even the subtlest magic pulses. This was like getting smacked across my haunches with a grain flail.
Funny. Thought you'd go in for that sort of thing.
Take my boat. I left it on the lake shore near the village. Should be fit to use. Provided rot hasn't eaten it, as it seems to eat everything here.
How's the lamp actually work? I mean, do I just rub it, or do I have to do something, magical?
You needn't even rub. Just place it where you find bones and hear whispers. I suppose I should warn you, it might not be the most pleasant experience.
Figured as much. Tell you all about it later, maybe skip the drastic bits.
You'll need to do neither. I'll give you a Xenovox. It's a bauble that will let us speak over some distance. You will tell me what you see, and I shall tell you what to do and look for.
Never heard of a Xenovox.
It works just like a megascope, but is far more portable. Think of it as a magic box that talks.
They hard to build?
Extremely. That's why they're so rare. I certainly couldn't build anything like it.
So no chance these Xenovoxes will catch on with every mage using one?
Not the slightest.
So where'd you get the Xenovox?
Found it in the mine along with the lamp. Thought it was part of the lamp at first. Didn't realize what I'd actually found until later.
Think it belonged to the elven mage?
Clearly. And I didn't even know the elves used them.
I need to know anything else before I go?
No, that is all. Oh, go already. I can't wait to see what you discover on Phi Kyle. Just be sure to come and see me afterwards. And Geralt. Thank you.
Right. I have a new quest item. I think it's already in there. Magic lamp. It's already prepared for me. Now, technically you can use the magic lamp in place of torches. Although, should switch over the quests here. Really want me to do the Skellige quest for whatever reason. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Right, so, well, let me demonstrate the magic lamp here. Alright, so it lights up the environment. So technically you could use it in place of torches, but the lamp is highly directional, whereas our torches light up everything. So for the purpose of lighting things up, probably go with torches instead of the lamp. But of course, the magic lamp does play a role. You can do things the torch can't do. And seeing that shortly. Right back to Mid-Cops, grab a boat.
Whoa there, Roach.
Boat. People who got hanged. Alright. And we don't really need to use the boat here. We could just swim over. Or we could use this boat that's a little closer. But hey, the boat's here now, so are we, so why not? Now, you do gotta be careful. If you run into things, you'll do damage to the boat. And I don't know, I've never fully destroyed a boat. I assume it'll sink. But there's plenty of boats in the game, so if you do too much damage to one, you can always grab another one, right? And there's an indicator in the top left corner. It says boat, right? Well, when you do damage, parts of the boat light up to indicate which part got damaged. And you can go faster by holding A. Generally good to kind of stay in the middle, away from the shorelines, right? So you don't run into anything, any outcroppings. Right, so we are going forward, continuing south to the island.
Geralt, can you hear me? How goes it? Where are you?
Almost there.
Splendid. I shall contact you again soon.
Wait, this Xenovox. Can I contact you with it, or is it one way?
One way only, I'm afraid. You'll have to trust my feminine intuition.
Your what?
My feminine intuition!
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Alright, moving out. Let's see. I believe the place where we dock is on the south side. So we'll head for that. And it's pretty nice of them to include some relief on the map so we know where potential bumps are to avoid. So we kind of want to go around this raised area here. Avoid that so we don't do any damage to our ship by running into rocks. Save. Now Fortunately, there is a fast travel to find here, so once we get here, we'll probably never use this particular boat again. See, in the distance, there's some enemies ahead. I suppose it doesn't really matter where we dock here. But they want us to go here. So, that's where we'll go. Suppose that's close enough. There's some screaming. Hopefully we can save some people here.
Gerald? Are you on the Isle yet? Does the Xenovox work? Can you hear me?
What? I can't hear. Great, local ready. This magic.
What did you say? There's some interference. You must be very careful.
Alright, let's get a quick save. Keep moving. We'll just clear out all the enemies on the Isle. Because we can. And again, these guys are level 4, so... they can still do a boatload of damage, nonetheless. Got hit about 3 times there. Maybe 4. Again, having that 20-minute food buff helps, right? Also help if I didn't suck so bad. I was doing better 2 weeks ago when I was playing this game. But I'll get better. I'll have to. There's a fight coming up that's pretty rough. Boss fight. We'll get to that.
Damn, you're ugly.
That's the way to do it right there. Quick save. Yeah, they can't do a whole bunch of damage to you if they can't hit you. So, kind of the approach I try to take. Is do a lot of dodging and rolling. Rolling's better overall for not getting hit, but it also puts you out of the range of the enemy. So, I like to do a lot of dodging. Dodging puts me in greater danger, but get hit more often, but I also do more hits, so it's good to mix them up. If you're being surrounded, roll is good. Your 1v1, dodging's good. Just gotta have good situational awareness, right? And then you won't get hit. Know when to dodge, know when to roll. Ooh, ghouls. Goody. I like the combat in this game, especially compared to Witcher 1, which is very fluid. And, it's very nicely done, honestly. I would say the third-person combat in, say, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is probably my favorite third-person combat. But this isn't bad. Pretty good. Solid. Looks nice. Flows nice. And it rewards you for being skilled. If you suck, you're gonna die fast on Death March. But if you're good, you don't get hit, right? Pretty good. I like it. Now, there are a fair amount of bad guys that we can probably skip, but I mean, why? We're here, we're Witchers. Might as well kill things, right?
Wonder what killed them. Doesn't look like the work of necrophages.
I hear bees, which means honeycombs. 2 of them. Like that. Oh, more bees.
Winds howling.
Storm's coming. Ooh, level 9. Cool. Three of them. Oh, come on then. Let's try to get them into a somewhat open area so we can do our dodging and our rolling unimpeded. Might have to go around here. Come on, man. 4 of them. Oh, heck is freaking cool.
Shit.
Don't want to dance. Ouch. I don't want none of this. So I kind of have mixed feelings about the targeting system. It can be good, but a lot of times just free attacking is a little better. So. Again, if it's emulating anything, it's probably emulating Legend of Zelda style fighting, third-person fighting, but the targeting in Zelda Ocarina of Time is superior, and the third-person fighting is superior, but not by much. Just pretty good. I like it. Here's some bees. Gotta get my honeycombs. I don't see the bees. There they are. Oh, they're not bees. These are one of the reasons that this upcoming fighter is pretty tough. You have these swarms of bugs that chase you around while you're trying to fight the boss, do damage to you, so you gotta use Igni to get rid of them while you try to fight the boss. It's a tough fight. I have faith that we can do it. Actually, I think this boss fight, very first time I tried playing this game, and well, first off, the first time I tried playing this game, let me get over to the options screen so I can illustrate, because I can't remember what the difficulty is called. Alright, so the first time I tried playing this game, I played it on Blood and Broken Bones difficulty, thinking, yeah, I'm a badass, I can handle it, it's cool, I'm a long-time gamer, I can play it no problem, on the third difficulty, right? Yeah, well, I didn't have a very good time, and I think it was this quest and this fight, boss fight in particular, coming up that convinced me to put this game down for about a year. But then I came back to it and played it on the normal difficulty and got through the game no problem. Figured out how to play the game the right way, and now I'm playing it on Death March without much problem. So again, if you're playing this game for the first time, I would play it on the normal difficulty. And by normal difficulty, I mean, I don't understand why they can't have just normal names for the difficulty. Gotta make things difficult. Alright, so again, this is a Death March playthrough, the legendary difficulty, if you will. If you're going through it the first time, you should probably play it on Story and Sword, if not just the story. But Story and Sword, that way, as you play through the game, you'll kind of learn what you need to do to be successful at this level. You should not start on Blood and Broken Bones. If you do, if it's your first playthrough, even if you've played many video games in your time, you're probably going to have a bad time. Okay? Start with Story and Sword, and then if you want, go up to Death March. I like Death March. It's good difficulty. It actually might be a little too easy. Could be a little harder, but we'll see. It's only, quote, easy because I took the time to learn how to play the game on normal. In fact, just for the remainder of the game, so that I'm not flipping back through to figure out, I don't know, maybe I should just learn the names. I was going to say that I'll just call Story and Sword normal difficulty, Blood and Broken Bones hard, and Death March legendary, but might as well just learn the names. So Story and Sword is normal, Blood and Broken Bones is hard, and Death March is legendary or very hard. Story and Sword, Blood and Broken Bones, Death March. Okay, I think I got it. Story and Sword, Blood and Broken Bones, and Death March. Right, don't start on Blood and Broken Bones. Start on Story and Sword. But definitely play it on Death March once you beat it on Story and Sword. That's the way I'd approach this game. But if you want a real challenge, and you're a masochist, then play it from the beginning on Death March. Why not, right? I don't recommend that. Because although I am making it look pretty easy on Death March, it's not easy. Trust me.
Stench.
I mean, if you've never played the game, it's not easy. If you know how to play the game, then it is easy. Don't hit me. Oh! Speaking of, hey, oh yeah, it's easy. Boom. Dead. That's just how quickly it can happen right there. So with those guys, they explode. You gotta make sure that you're not in the same area when they do explode. Yeah, oh yeah, guys, it's really easy. Oh, I'm dead. What I will say is that if you've never played the game and you try it on Death March, you're going to die a lot. Where I'm not going to die a lot because I know how to play the game. Right. Sort those guys out. Alright, let's go back and try this again. Right, Rot Fiends. So when you're fighting against Rot Fiends, when they get down to around 10% or 15% health, they pause and then explode. Not really that difficult otherwise. Just gotta make sure you're not, see, exploding. And when they explode, they do damage. Enough damage to kill you. You're not one shot, but will definitely do massive damage. So watch for that. But if you're careful, and you know how to dodge and roll, that'd been a good spot for a roll. Instead of dodging twice, rolling is better plan. Anyways, got him and didn't die. So again, if you know what you're doing, if you know how the game mechanics work, and you're skilled with the game mechanics, then you'll have no problems on Death March, even at low levels. I'm not even using half the advantages that I could be using, including alchemy and crafting, but nonetheless, I am finding a lot of success on Death March. Just because I know how to dodge, I know how to roll. Too easy, right? Looks like there's one more enemy this way. Take care of this guy. Assuming he's not in the water. Rot Fiend. Again, that would have been a good spot for, instead of rolling, it would have been a good spot for a dodge. Uh-oh. Whew. And instead of attacking that guy again while he's exploding, I probably should have rolled backwards instead of taking that damage. But yeah, I was at nearly full health, and he did about 3/4 of my health damage on the explosion. So keep that in mind when you're taking on Rot Fiends. And heavy damage when they explode. Fortunately, I didn't die. And of course, first rule of role-playing games, save often. Especially when you're playing on the highest difficulty level, because there's always a good chance that you will die if you're not paying attention. Alright, so we'll do some gathering while we're here. Why not?
Let's try Kira's lamp.
This is where Kira's lamp comes into play. See this green bubble looking thing? So let's switch over to the lamp.
They're onto us. They're not letting Graham in.
Quiet, fool. Babylon and the noble himself will hear you.
Nah, he sat his arse on silk pillows, likely be goblin meat. We've no notion he's coming to tear him to shreds.
Way's clear, lads. At him!
Things aren't quite the way we expect them to be. So he's a little different from what we heard from Kira Metz. Ooh, Swamp Hag. Or Water Hag, or whatever they're called. Dispatch with her. Yeah, Water Hag, not Swamp Hag. My bad.
Ugly bastard.
Some mudslinging. Oh, she hits twice. And she hit me with some mud. Pretty good hit technique there. So go into the water and then pop right up in front of you doing an attack. So gotta watch that. Water hags are pretty dangerous, but again, overall, probably just gonna slaughter everything in my path because I am a badass. Alright, might as well go loot everything that's here. So, I mean, why not? We're here. got plenty of room in the inventory. Now, on my very first playthrough, I think another mistake that I was making was that I was kind of hurrying through the plot instead of taking my time or trying to hurry through everything. Just wanted to get through the game, really. That's kind of the wrong approach, really, to any role-playing game, but especially this game. And especially on the higher difficulty levels, because you don't gain as much XP. So if you're hurrying through the plot and the quest lines, you're missing out on XP. And again, you're not going to have a good time. So, rule number 2 of any RPG. Exploration is key. Okay. Alright, let's use our magical lamp.
Millie, we gotta flee. Quick now. Millie! Millie, what's with you?
I don't know. So, burning. Ah!
What? No. No, stay back.
Don't leave me.
Right. Witcher Sight comes in handy for looting everything. Alright, we're back to the beginning here. Still one enemy over there. Just for completeness here. Let's go kill it. Alright, Mr. Rotfiend. Come here, you. Ouch. Yep, still going. Now I can go. Get away! Oh my god. Oh, so by the way, when you've got the lamp out, you can't dodge and roll. Keep that in mind. Alright, let's make sure we've got our food buff up. That wasn't very good. Tried dodging, didn't work out. Dodge. Got him. Alright. Like everything on this side of the island's been destroyed. So, moving on. Looks like we still have enemies on the other side. Oh, and here's our fast travel. Again, we won't need that boat that we sailed over on anymore. But there is another boat if should we need one. No, we don't. What is that? Why are these ones red? Huh. Of course they're red. They're enemies. Oh, let's kill them. And of course, blowing up one rot fiend can cause a chain reaction. Got him. And when you do dodge a strong hit by him, it does open up the possibility of doing your own strong hits. So a lot of times I just stick with the light hits, unless I know the particular monster doesn't. I'll stick with light hits most often, but if I have a chance to work in a strong hit, I will. And if you can dodge to the side of them or even get behind them, it's a good time to get a strong hit in. Especially after you dodge one of their strong hits. It takes them a second to recover, so gotta watch for those opportunities. And then, of course, there's just some monsters, some bosses, it's just better to use strong hits on. Bears, for instance. You probably want to go with strong hits, because you're going to constantly be dodging them. And when you can get around them, use a strong hit. Again, those insect swarms are we'll see that later in the boss fight. They're a bit of a foreshadowing, if you will. More rot fiends to dispatch.
How do you like that silver?
Got away just in time. Alright, still a few more baddies floating around. They might be in the water though. Really need to mess with them if they're in the water. I guess I could bring them out. Rule number 1, for any role-playing game, save often. Okay. So, well, that's not the menu I wanted. Here's the menu I want.
Damn, you're ugly.
Got him. See if we'll come out. Apparently not. Well, whatever. I don't need to spend time with that because I've cleared all the monsters that are walking around on the island. And that is kind of my goal. Looted everything. Cleared out all the monsters. Or at least the ones that are walking around on land. So, let's move forward to the main chunk of the quest here. Remember correctly, there's multiple ways in. That way is locked.
Where's that noble? Lying here, quiet as a mouse, head split open like a rotted pumpkin. More like a peasant now, sloshing around in his own blood and shite. Be nothing noble about him.
Too quick a death they gave him. Should have been made to suffer.
He's not the end of it. Sons can suffer for it, and a daughter. To the top!
Rich folk. Doubt I'll ever understand them. Keeping rats in cages like rabbits.
Let him out, maybe? Like to die of hunger if we leave him there.
I'd sooner burn the vermin.
So I think the real reason Keira Metz didn't want to come here is because of all the rats.
Imagine the harm they'd do if they swam back to the village.
Swam? Rats? How do you figure they'd do that?
You needn't fret for them. Clever little bastards. Clever than you.
They seem sluggish to you. Got the mange, maybe? Oh, and that stench!
Place is full of rats. As many dead as alive. I think they're feeding on...
Just Geralt, stop. You needn't be so detailed.
blood. Many must have died here.
Right, looks like we got everything. Again, lamp is useful as a light source, but it's directional, and we will prefer torches to the lamp. Except here, because, well, I don't want to switch back and forth. I could, right? too easy. Again, torch is a better light source. Alright. Get good save.
Don't start, Annabelle. Back to your craft. Always. Don't start, Annabelle. Back to your craft. Always bending my ear about fool peasants. I'll not hear of them again. That simpleton turned your head, but one Graham hardly makes the rest courtly, one and all.
My lord, peasants. They're through the door in the tower.
Peasants didn't come here to ask nicely.
No, they do not. And the reason for the curse is beginning to become clear, right? The Lord didn't murder these guys so much as he got murdered. Alright, moving up. Quick save. Can't remember if there's something else over here or not. Let's find out. Oops. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can get up there. Fair enough. But there are some other things to loot here. Let's lamp back out.
Gold! Piles of it! Oh, won't do the dead any good now, will it?
Huh.
Strange it's still here. The noble died a time ago. Who's that? Show yourself. Anyone there? Who are you?
So, death continues even after the nobles perish. Looters are getting killed. Not sure what happened to the gold he was talking about. Good old White Rafford's decoction. In the first game, it restores a chunk of vitality. Let's see what it does in this one. Immediately restores a portion of vitality. There it is. Useful, certainly. Good save. Right. Level is clear.
Where are you? Have you got to the laboratory at the top of the tower yet?
I'm at the top. Nothing here that looks like a laboratory.
Then you've not reached the highest level. Look for a passage.
That looks suspicious.
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
I.e., a secret door. Oh. That's right. 2 levers. There we go. Alright, let's get a good save. About to have some dialogue here. I'm gonna try to get the dialogue where I fight.
Looks like a laboratory. Pretty well equipped, too.
Depending on your choices, you can either fight the beast or not. And some consequences either way. We'll see. Right, so this letter talks about the studies conducted in this lab on rats. Help explain why there's so many rats.
Experimenting on humans. Never would have gotten away with it if the Conclave were still in charge.
Get a quick save.
Why did you leave? You claimed to love me. I'm cold. Why has no one come for me? I cannot leave this place. I see no way out. Who are you? Do you seek to hurt me as well?
I'm a Witcher. I want to lift the curse that grips this island. Your turn to tell me who you are. The other ghosts, they couldn't see me.
I'm special. Always was.
She's special, all right.
The rare beauty. The Lord's daughter. These lands, as far as the eye can see, were ours. My family and I, we hid in the Mage's Tower to await the war's end, the end of hard times. It was not to be forever.
Mage who lived here. Who was he?
Alexander? I hardly knew him. He spent most of his time locked away in this tower. He's dead too, you know. Mountains of corpses, yet I stand here alone, all alone. They've all abandoned me. Even he who promised me everlasting love. You will abandon me as well.
No, I'm gonna slay you.
If I can lift the curse, you yourself will be free to leave. Tell me what happened here. Peasants sailed to the island to ask for food. Is that true?
No. They came to rob and kill. They thought us rich, believed we'd stowed ourselves away here to laugh at their misery. Yet we had little food as well. Too little to share with those who came. They slaughtered everyone. I heard my father cry out, but the mage told me not to reveal myself or let anyone in. He gave me a potion. If I was discovered, I was to drink it. He said everything would be all right.
What kind of potion was it? Remember its smell? What it looked like?
I remember only that I feared to drink it.
Didn't trust the mage?
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They said he lured rats into the tower, infected them with the Catriona. Only rumors, surely, but I was afraid. So horribly afraid. And then I heard him. My beloved Graham. He called to me. I opened the door for him, but others rushed in. They lunged at me and...
Betrayal.
Your beloved failed to save you. Why?
There were too many. Leave her be, he shouted. He grabbed at them, tried to stop them. They just laughed.
Did they hurt you?
They gripped my arms, tore at my dress. I managed to free myself and drink the potion, and then... nothing.
Poisoned? That how you died?
No, for I later awoke. I was alone, it was dark. Only there were rats everywhere. Dozens. Hundreds. And I couldn't move.
Sleeping potion. Effects hadn't worn off yet. You were paralyzed.
They were everywhere. All over me like insects. My face, my hands. I felt them rip open my skin, then crawl into my stomach.
Not a good way to go.
They tore me apart, and I could not even scream. Have I not suffered enough? Why can't I leave this place?
Can you talk to the island's other specters?
No, I'm alone here. The others, they flee when they see me. I know not why.
I know why.
You do not fear me, do you?
No. Used to dealing with ghosts. Though, gotta admit, there's something about you. You're different. You weren't the last to die on this island. Found a fresh corpse in the tower.
The island's a dangerous place. Folk should not venture here. I too wish to leave.
The dead man. Looked like a monster had attacked him, recently. The tower home to anything else?
How am I to know? There's lots of wraiths here. I hear them whispering every night.
Not talking about ghosts. A monster who hunts here. You must have noticed something.
I don't know. I've noticed naught. Why do you ask? Why must you press me so? You're to be my savior, not my tormentor.
How can I help you?
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can hope to lift it. But who could love a wraith?
And your beloved, he dead too?
Grail? No, he lives. I would know if he died. But he fled and abandoned me. Left me here all alone.
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. You might cleanse the Isle. Your beloved, who is he? A noble son?
No, a poor fisherman. My father objected. strongly. He did not see us together. I miss him so. Each night I walk to the island shore to gaze upon the village. Does he remember me still?
Said before you can't leave the tower.
That's right.
Did I? You must have misheard.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't know anymore. It's all a nightmare to me.
She's lying.
As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghosts on the island, their auras aren't nearly as strong as yours. My medallion started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
I don't know what you mean, but you do seem to know some things. You could be right. My fate is tied to the Isle, I feel that. Perhaps because I am heiress of these lands.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse, that is. If so, forgiving Graham, laying your resentment to rest, should lift it.
I loved him.
Not anymore.
I forgive him. But I must know that he regrets what he did. Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to him? Will you do this for me?
Not sure I trust you.
Really sad story, but something's not right. Got a feeling.
What is it?
You're
You're
lying.
not telling me everything. You know the island's dangerous, but refuse to tell me about the monster that lives here.
There is no monster.
She is the monster.
I think you're lying. Question is, why? To protect the beast? Or is it that
Stop! I will not hear this.
I can't help you? Taking anything off this cursed island, from any cursed place, just too dangerous. And a dead woman's bones, that's asking for trouble.
That's right.
They said witches are heartless beasts. Will you bring Graham here then? I so long to say goodbye.
Annabelle, listen.
You never wished to help me, and here I had someone would finally take pity on me.
Here we go.
Damn it, gotta catch them.
I think there was something else I could loot up here. That looks like everything. Oh, yes, there is an upstairs area here where there is some more loot. So we'll head up. Let's get a good save.
Kept in there until the end. What a shitty way to die.
Right? Yeah. Hope you're not afraid of heights. Pretty sure there's nothing over on this other side of the ledge, but just take a look. Good to go. Looks like everything. So, moving on. Before the rats weren't pissed off, now the rats are very angry. It's alright. Karamets would be happy about this. Kill the damn rats. Alright, working our way down the tower. And out on the other side of this door is our fight with the monster. So we'll go ahead and get a save here. Again, this is kind of a tough fight just because not only fighting the boss, but you also have to use Igni on the swarms of insects, so it can be a little complicated. But let's go ahead and get our food buff up. Make sure Igni is up and ready. And here we go. Probably should have this sword out. Yrden would also help, and she poisoned you as well, so a whole lot of damage to contend with here. Again, Yrden helps against raids, but we'll try to use Igni instead, because we've got to take care of these clouds of insects, do damage over time, along with the poison.
What now, you
Frickin' pestas. Ouch. A lot of frickin' insects. Where'd she go? poison, damage over time, plus the swarms, plus she hits pretty hard as well. So, not easy. Stay focused. Do a little dodging, run away here. Regain some of our health.
How you like that silver?
She hits hard. Again, you can play this a little differently to where you don't have to do this fight, which if you're having trouble with this fight, might be the way to go.
For a moment like you joined the race yourself.
Had to fight a Pester.
A Pester? And did you learn how to lift the curse before you lunged at her, sword in hand?
Yeah, we talked a bit. Looks like I need to get her beloved to the island. Fisherman named Graham.
I know the man. He lives in Oriton, village on the lakeshore. Find him immediately. We're close to unraveling this. I can feel it.
Indeed. So, now we need to go back to town to grab Graham so we can lift the curse. I don't got fast travel over here? That's crap. Huh. Well, so my choices are I can either take the boat over here or I can go fast travel to either Mid-Copse or Crow's Perch and ride. That's what we're going to do.
What did I do to deserve your company?
And while we're here, we could check in on the Baron. Do that later.
Faster.
See how Anna's doing. Anyways, first time go on the Pesta. Take that. And we've got our fast travel. Oh wait, I don't think this is the place. Is it? It isn't. Alright, fair enough. Come back and explore this later. Trader.
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
No, no cards. But it does buy stuff. Not a lot of stuff. Up to 53. Not that we really have to work on this now, but that's a nice steel sword. Significant upgrade. Level 9. I keep that. Not significant upgrades. Thought I had more items that are needed to complete quests. Hopefully I didn't sell any of them. Apparently I did not. Okay. Alright, there we go. Did a little inventory management.
Farewell.
Probably pay for my armor repairs. Let's check out this sword real quick. This is a significant damage increase. Although I still like Ultimatum. It's a nice sword. Plus 43 damage though. Well, we'll wait nonetheless. Level 2 relic. It's a beast of a sword though. Yeah, we'll wait until we can do some repairs. Equip that. Ultimately, it'll make the game easier, regardless. Come here, roach. Just hanging out like, screw you.
Slow now. Whoa.
Should probably come back over here. There's fast travel post over here, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Where is it? There's notice board and fast travel. Get this up real quick. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, fair enough. 6 notices, 1 actual quest. Mistral Manor. Interesting. Again, there are certainly a fair amount of unmarked quests or quests that don't show up in your quest log. Yep. Scan. Over here.
Barbarians. I saw you in Vizima. Heard of the Vryhead Brigade? Your guy.
What brings you here?
Saw your notice. Can anyone tell me about the monster?
I can. The patrol has been lost. Somewhere along the south shore of Lake Windammer. We must know why.
What makes this Witcher's work?
Some brickmakers live south of here. They call their village byways. Almost empty now. Many have run away. They speak of a monster which kills. Redanians do not patrol there. That would be foolish. And robbers do not attack Imperials. That would be even more foolish. This leaves one option. A monster. You must learn what happened to this patrol. The Empire places great value on the lives of its soldiers. Do this, learn well what happened. The reward will be proper.
There we go. Let's talk about the reward.
Need more coin. Offers not nearly enough.
Usually like to get a good, nice round number. Might be able to get up to 300 here. Might be asking too much, but we'll see.
This much we can pay.
All right.
Deal. I'll see what happened to your patrol, whether there really is a monster in byways.
Good. Good.
I saw you in Vizima.
All right, let's take a look at it. Falls under contracts. Level 22. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and pass on that for now. And we're halfway to level 11, over halfway. And we do have some contracts we can knock out at this level. Plenty of secondary quests left to do. Again, we're just kind of getting our way up to level 11 so we can get back on the main quest. And we're doing a level 6 quest right now. Probably finish that in this level 7 quest, perhaps this level 10 quest. And at that point we should be well on our way to level 11. Alright. Blind Cat has joined us for the live stream. She's blind, but extremely able. That's why her name is Blind Ninja. Isn't that true, Keely? Will make you famous, huh, Keely?
Is it true?
Okay. Alright. So, anyways, back to the quest. We're going to talk to Graham. Too bad the armor is not out here. I guess it's a little 3:09 a.m. So. There it is. We also have one for our sword. Grindstone, please. There it is. Alright, got our buffs for our weapons and our armors. Don't think we'll need it because there isn't any major fights coming up, but
try to win them all. We won't.
this is one of the guys that's on the quest for the Gwent quest. Let myself get distracted here for a minute. Play a game of Gwent.
Build your boats in Pinewood?
Of course not. Wench tracked me some pine so I'd make her a cradle.
Boat business not booming?
Not well at all. Ain't no fish.
Heard you're a good boatwright, and an even better card player.
Wanna play?
Let's do it.
Always ready for a round.
Of course, Gwent is one of my favorite diversions in this game. Go ahead with what we have. Nilfgaard versus the Northern Realms. Ready? Oh, let's see what we got in our hand. This might actually be a pretty good hand. Let's try it. See what happens. I'd like to have another spy card in my hand, or a spy card in my hand, but it's alright. Works. See what this guy's got. Guess it's on me. Lead with our archers. See what this guy lays down. Siege. Fair enough. Go with another archer. So far, just siege. Should clear the way for these guys. Big one. Let's at least tie him. Kind of wanted to save that card, but ouch. Uh-oh. I was just seeing what I play. It's alright, you can play at that game. Oh, I can't use that. Because this guy... thought one of the powers of this guy was to make sure I couldn't use this card. Or use a later power. Well, whatever. I think we're good. Gonna go ahead and pass. Boom, got him. And I got another card. Doesn't help. Well, we'll see. Draws a card. Alright, fair enough. Well, good. Hopefully the rest of his cards are all close combat. Oh. I can't use this, can I? Oh yeah, I can. Apparently I can only use it if there's actually a weather... There's weather problems. Okay, so there we go. It's not going to help them. I win. Wonder what else he had in his hand. Must have had a bad hand. Wah! Flawless victory.
Rules say the card's mine.
Aye, 'tis indeed. Gods, believe you're good enough to try your luck against Hattie. Folk laugh at him because he's young and a bit dim, but word is, he weren't afraid to beat the Baron himself. See, you're a man well-traveled, so tell me.
Letho!
Or often.
And Letho is a character we were looking for earlier, but we're not going to find because of choices I made in dialogue. So Letho was, of course, the Assassin of Kings. Now, let's see. Oh, I'm in the wrong menu. Let's go check out our Letho card. There he is. Almost ready to play the Nilfgaardian deck. 16 and 22.
Try to win them all. You won't.
Alright, let's get a good save. And go talk to, what's his face? Graham. Talking to Graham. Damn coward.
Why you been following me?
Just wondering what you want from him. From Graham.
Me? Didn't want nothing. It's his mother be worried about him.
Been locked in his hut since he came back from the Isle. Talks to no soul. Love's misery curdled his brains, I reckon. And this be the witchman, freak of nature.
Oof.
Bit more interesting.
I want to talk.
You're deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
I'm a witcher.
What of it? Why should I care?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
What do you want of me?
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
Did you love her?
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
'Twere Millie, Finch and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me since I sold them fish.
Betrayal.
With them?
No, I saw my chance in it, for Annabelle and me to flee. But it all spun in a chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to rape. First, then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
I don't remember. I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
But that means... she... You said you spoke to her?
Spoke to her ghost. By the time she awoke, Tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
Delicious.
She was alive the whole time, but... Can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
It's not your fault. No guilt in not knowing, and you couldn't know it wasn't poison she drank.
Gods, what have I done? If I had stayed behind to bury her, I'd have noticed she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If you'd stayed on the island, I doubt you'd have survived.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that. But there's naught I can do about it now.
Wrong on that count. Annabelle needs you. You can help her.
She's still there. In the tower. Can I see her?
Yeah. One thing you should know, though. In death, Annabelle turned into a pesta.
A pester? What's that?
Yeah, she's a
More
pester,
than a
all
restless
right.
ghost. A plague maiden. A powerful wraith filled with grief and hatred that drive her. Give her the power to sow disease and death.
She suffers. How am I to help her? Gods know I'm willing.
Annabelle thinks you abandoned her.
Gods! She hates me. And all this time she's thought I abandoned her.
Yes, go to the tower, talk to her. Maybe you can convince her that's not how it was.
I thought she died. I'd never have left her there otherwise.
A curse has imprisoned
Love
Annabelle
conquers
and the
all.
other spirits on the island. Love can shatter its power, free her and them.
Just as in the legends.
If you know the legends, you know one kiss is enough to break an evil spell. On one condition. That it's a kiss from someone whose love is true.
I told you. I said I love her with all my heart. Take me to her, please.
It's dangerous. There are risks involved. Understand that, don't you?
Of course. I'm no coward. I'll not run this time.
Nothing. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Let's go to the tower.
All right.
I've waited long enough for revenge. And now it comes to us untold.
Don't be afraid. You'll be fine.
Be afraid. Tricky. Not tricky enough.
Last I came through here, I still hoped Annabelle and me weren't impossible. We could have been together, and now she's dead. And it's my fault.
Got mutagen out of
If
it.
only I'd been able to protect her.
Can't change the past, but you can still help Annabelle to move on, to rest in peace.
Let's get a,
It's terrifying here. It's too quiet.
Chop, chop. Speed up. Let's get this over with.
I remember the screams.
Alright, let's get a quick save.
Inhuman they were. Now it's silent. They're dead. All dead.
Don't think about that. Keep walking.
Alright. Still have a few to face, a few raids to take down. If I remember correctly. On this floor? Maybe not. This would be a tough place to fight raids. Alright, let's get a good save.
You have not forgotten. You've returned for me.
Is that?
Don't you recognize me? It's me, Annabelle. The one you abandoned, remember?
I was sure you was dead. If I'd known otherwise, I'd never have left you. I'd do anything for you. I would. You know that well. Believe me, I beg you.
Prove it.
Prove it. Suck face.
Kiss me.
Graham, careful.
That must have been a ginger. Sucked the soul right out of him.
At last.
The curse is lifted, and Graham and Annabelle are reunited.
Well, either way, Graham has to die. So your decisions on how you handle it determine which way Graham dies, what happens. But I imagine this was probably the best outcome. Anyways, go tell Kira about our success. Make sure there isn't anything else that we need to loot here. We got everything. Anyways, moving forward. Make our way down the steps, out of the tower, and do some fast traveling. Get down here, find a way out. Alright, finish the quest. Talk to Kira. Back to Mid-Cops.
Hey-ya!
Save.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Tell me more about this mage from the Isle. Were you two close?
Never expected you'd take such an interest in my private life.
More interested to know if you bonded, as fellow magic practitioners.
Oh, we had little in common in that arena. Oh, Alexander was one of those anxious experimenters, forever short on sleep. The kind that thinks perfect happiness is an isolated tower and a full set of vials and alembics.
Might be our last chance to buy anything from her.
A bunch of interesting sundries.
She did indeed. I gather you'd like a look.
Very much so.
Potion of Clarence. You have to use one of those. Plenty of expensive stuff here. Buy. Apparently we can make our own rune stones, right? Lots of cool stuff. Yeah, might not be our last chance to actually buy stuff from her. Might be another point where we can. But I really don't need any of this, so not really an issue. She does have some gold. We can't sell any of our junk to her, so good enough. She does. We'll do alchemy for us. That's nice. Whatever. Alright. Let's get on with it.
Fyke Isle's free of its curse.
Able to persuade Graham to go to the tower with you? Did you mention there was a pester involved?
He knew the risks, but he'd also heard lots of stories about true love, whose kiss can break any spell. Can't help thinking that gave him courage.
And? It ended well?
Not really.
Depends how you look at it. Curse is lifted, Annabelle's spirit is left in peace. But Graham's dead.
Oh, poor boy. Still, he's proved that true love may be more common than some suppose.
One thing's bothering me.
What?
Annabelle said Alexander was studying diseases. She mentioned Catriona. You knew this?
All the mages knew about it. Alexander was a highly regarded epidemiologist. I would have given anything for an opportunity to study his notes, but he guarded them jealously.
The lamp. What do you want to do with it?
As I said, you may keep it. I don't believe I shall need it anymore, given the Isle's been cleansed. I actually regret not going there with you. Perhaps we can make up for that lost time now.
All right. Time I was on my way.
Perhaps you'd stay just a bit longer? There's one small favor you might yet do for me.
What is it?
I put in an order for a few substances from Novigrad. The trader was due to be here yesterday, but has yet to arrive. Could you see what happened? The package is rather important to me.
Why not? If he was coming here from Novigrad, he must have passed through Blackbough. I'll check the area.
Thank you. I shall be ever so grateful.
Right. So the quest continues. It's completed, but we do have another quest with Kirametz here. I wonder what level that is anyways. Level 6 still. And by the time we finish this, we should have leveled to level 11.
Ask a service of the Witcher, the Pella must. A witcherly service, that's to say.
What do you need? Tell me.
A man who fears no evil the Pella needs. Forefathers' Eve is nigh. We've rites to conduct. Wandering souls to emerge. Damned souls, too. We've the circle to protect from these wretches.
Why hold the ritual at all?
At times men die choking with regret. At times death takes them before they've tasted any bitterness in life. These poor souls, unfulfilled, cannot leave this vale of tears. Their spirits wander midst the living, must be judged, sent on their way. This we do on Forefathers' Eve.
What'll I get out of it?
Witches do naught for free, this the Pella knows. Not to fear. How to reward one for their aid, this too the Pella knows.
Fair enough.
Seems like you could use a witcher, so yeah, I'll help.
You'd not refuse, the Pella knew. The time's come to gather the folk. Across the lake we must journey, to Fyke Isle. There in the Circle of Stones we shall meet.
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight, at midnight.
Right. I wonder what level that quest is. Level 7. Where'd my horse go? There it is. Alright, Roach. Onwards. Bad guys. Go and get a save.
That's it, Roach. Oh, you're
Banditos.
You'll never learn.
fighting this guy from horseback might not be the best method here. Alright. Let's guard treasure over there. Let's take care of these other guys first. Looks like they ran away. Right, let's take out the guarded treasure. Guys are persistent. Seriously? Well, I get my food buff up. How you like that? Stay out of the way of its tail.
Not bad.
Got him. First time going in Dragon Warriors. Take that. And our guarded treasure. Looks like everything. That was a quest. Some backstabbing cowards have deserted Crow's Perch, now prowl these lands. Small bands of yellow-bellied cutthroats each, travelers passing through. Keep on your guard. I think that was a reference to the guy that was on horseback. He won't be a problem anymore. Alright, onwards. save.
Wide, heavy wheels. Merchant's wagon.
Daddies. A frickin' water hag.
Growlers and a water hag. My favorites.
One of my favorites, indeed. Chop your hand off. Hit me with it.
Veered off the road at high speed. Doesn't bode well.
Alright, follow the trail here. Quick save there.
Yeah, merchant traveling across Velen alone. No way that was gonna end well.
Right.
Leftovers, cuts of meat, cataplepis. Wonder what spell requires that.
Not for a spell.
Intact. Don't sense anything magic, though.
For seduction.
How Kira will explain this one. Human. From an artery. Can't be far. Wouldn't have made it.
Some rot fiends.
Hid and waited for help. It never came. That's Velen for you.
Let's read the letter. Oh, now we know what happened to the merchant on its way to Karametz. Get everything. All right, bring the ingredients to Kira.
Come on, Roach.
Feel like I'm going the wrong way. Yes, I am.
Slower.
Alright. Now for some more dialogue. Okay, good save. Right, so before we get started on this part of the quest, I would like to point out that yes, Karametz will try to seduce me. I'm going to try to avoid the sex scene that's upcoming, because do I really need to show that? Hey, if you want to see all the sex scenes in this game, you're welcome to buy the game and play for yourself.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Got those, substances you wanted?
Splendid. I can finally begin my study of double arboreal racination patterns. But first, I'll...
Brew yourself a mug of mulled wine? Saw what the wagon was carrying. Exquisite meats, expensive wines, Zerrikanian spices. Not a speck of magic. Care to tell me what you're up to?
I would rather show you, but you must wait a bit.
Color me intrigued. Fine, I'll wait.
Then shoo, outside.
Gonna slip into something more comfortable?
Later. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Well, go on, out. You've been patient, thank you. It's almost ready.
Huh? If I wanted to see white mice, I'd just get drunk.
Note that I said almost. Now don't interrupt.
Became being painful.
Third mouse. What happened to it?
The spell has a 66.67% chance of success. I always use one more than I need, just in case.
So where did... Kira, can I explain what's going on here?
Know the fairy tale about Cinderella?
Mm-hmm. True story it's based on, too. A Zoogle cropped up in a palace pond and ate Princess Cindrilla whole. Left behind one slipper, so...
I beg you, not another word about Zoogles. Now, to return to the fairy tale. I'd like to escape these ghastly swamps for one magical night. I don't need a fairy godmother. I'll cast the spells myself. But I could use a Prince Charming. It just so happens you're the only decent candidate in all Velen.
Oh no.
So, what do you say to a moonlight ride on horseback? And dinner?
Sounds tempting. So tempting, I don't think I can refuse.
Before we go, there's one more thing.
Gotta transform a pumpkin into a carriage?
No. I shall transform our rancid rags into something more glamorous. Don't wince. It'll only be an illusion, won't hurt a bit. And at dawn, everything will return to normal.
Why not? Might as well go all out.
Then hold on tight. Gavella Glan. So, what do you think? Neckline too modest?
It's just right.
Oh, I might also have changed your hair colour while I was at it. I've always fancied dark-haired men. Oh well, any port in a storm. Well,
What?
Off we go.
Any
Dinner's
port in
waiting.
the storm, that's right.
Last one there does the dishes.
Move it!
Very romantic scenery on the way there. Hanging people and whatnot. Celestial Manor. I win.
Congratulations. You'd make an excellent jockey.
If only I were a foot shorter and 5 stone lighter.
Well, yes. But then I'd not have invited you here. Now do you see why I needed those substances?
It's a trap.
Beef and cinnamon and cloves, roasted capon with shallots. It was worth the trouble.
Shall I pour the white or the...
Dry red, but let it breathe a little first.
Well, well, never took you for a wine connoisseur.
Think witches suck the marrow out of drowner bones and wash it down with puddled water?
More or less.
More or
Well,
less.
we've chatted long enough on empty stomachs. Let's dig in.
Must have cost you a small fortune. Sure you don't need me to pitch in?
Please, I manage. You know, a dozen eggs here, a cock or gander there. Besides, my finances are about to improve.
How, if you don't mind my asking? I mean, you'd think the only work to be had in Velen would be in farming.
Very true. So, I've two options. I can either start cultivating turnips or leave. But that's not what I wish to discuss. Thank you once again, Geralt, for your help with the tower. You were fabulous.
Not the first curse I've lifted.
But among the most difficult, correct? What happened on that island? Why, I shiver at the thought. And the laboratory. I sincerely hope you burnt everything. The cages, the corpses, the papers.
Didn't destroy that workshop, if that's what you're asking. Didn't see any reason to.
If Alexander's findings were to fall into the wrong hands...
Of course, they're about to
Although
fall into her
the Vampire
hands.
has a terrible reputation.
Again,
None
it's
even
all a
dare
trap.
go there. Perhaps there's nothing to worry about. I'm sorry. Such a gloomy subject to broach. I simply shouldn't have, not during our romantic dinner.
Romantic? Thought we came here as friends.
Friends. With benefits.
No, I don't think so. Sorry.
Sorry. There's someone else.
So what? Oh, Geralt, Geralt. You're so old-fashioned. Will you at least lie down and gaze at the stars with me?
Why not?
It's a trap. Right, so you
Know what they
can
call that
avoid the sex
constellation
scene
in
there.
Arcania?
Dragon something, I bet.
No. It
Apparently,
has a different
maybe.
name. But
I
indecent,
know, we'll see.
actually. Lean closer and I'll whisper it in your ear. Egfain Nave.
Ah, it's a trap.
Kira? Where? Put me to sleep with a spell. Means she's up to something. Fyke Isle. The tower.
Alright, again, we're looking to finish up the quest, Kira, so that we can go ahead and have her help out when we go back to Kaer Morhen. It'll be for a while, but nonetheless. Well, I guess we could just swim across. Well, let's go ahead and get this quest, go up to Westrel Manor, and then fast travel over.
The old god demanded 6 sucklings. You little scurvy runt. No wonder he cursed us. We're doomed.
You's the one brought soured wine. Curse is your fault as much as mine.
What are you doing here?
What? The sun flying from the moon? We're making offerings to the All God, clearly.
You too can seek his aid. That's if you got fitting offerings. He scorned ours, then cursed the old village.
The All God, you call him. First I've heard. Is some new deity?
Nay, 'tis ancient, revered by our forefathers. They say it were like this. Roslav of Oriton came here to gather brushwood. Suddenly, for no reason, a bush burst into flame. Then, Roslav heard a voice from the ground, demanding offerings and obedience.
We've been coming here since then, bearing gifts, in exchange for which the All God watches over us, keeps us from evil.
Mm-hmm. Plain to see that. So, what's wrong with your offerings?
You needn't mock us, you can see right well we brought scraps. Before the war, I wouldn't give this such to me hounds. But what can we do? Such are the times.
And they're like to get worse. All God said if he don't get a rafter of bacon and a barrel of beer at least, the rivers will fill up with frogs and locusts or some such will devour the harvest.
I could intercede on your behalf with this All God of yours. Got a feeling we'd come to an understanding.
Well, I suppose it can't hurt to try. To speak with him, you have to stand before the altar and cry out, All God, help a poor wretch in need. Who knows, he might just listen to a foreigner.
Let's see, Greedy God, level 7. Could knock that one out. Let's try not to stray away from what we're trying to do here.
Nahalane's eye. Ought to use it. Something here. Where's the artifact Kira gave me?
Well, I guess since we're here. Boy, it's so easy to get distracted in this game.
What? Who dares disturb my divine being?
Geralt of Rivia. Pleasure. Expected the All God to be corporeal in form, but never thought he'd be corpulent. Fattened up nicely at those peasants' expense.
Expense? Expense? Not a word about the help I give in return. Blessings, absolutions, enlightened advice. Believe me, these folks need all of it. I'd watch over them still if they fulfilled their end. But lately they offer these pathetic scraps.
That they steal from the mouths of their children, and to make matters worse, you cast a curse on them.
And I'll not lift it till they bring me worthy offerings. I'm to settle for curds and whey? Not a chance. And you can tell them that.
Been in this hole long?
For a century or so. One winter I found shelter here. Built a fire so large the flames leapt through the crack, lit the bushes above. I coughed from the smoke, and suddenly heard a peasant. A voice out of nowhere, he called. A miracle. Thus, I became a god.
Parasite, more like.
Maybe so. But what of Freya and Melitele then, Demanding prayers and offerings, given naught in return? I talk at least.
How to handle it? I don't know. Didn't play through this quest last time. Not sure how it'll turn out. Let's try our luck.
Listen here, lard ass. You gotta be satisfied with what you get, or I'll feed you to the ravens.
Plowing reformers. No, fine, fine. I'll sup more modestly. But just till the end of the war, not one day longer.
Alright. Well, let's track it. Talk to the peasants real quick. This guy got anything good? Just have some things I can steal. Why steal from the All God, right? All God.
Anything new?
Talk to your old god, face to face.
And? Will he show us mercy?
He will. Promise to be pleased with whatever you bring.
I told you! I told you the All God's merciful, understanding. Thanks, Witcher.
Oh, one last thing. Did you know there's a crypt beneath this hill? Might want to take a look sometime. Architecture's fascinating.
Hey, leveled up. Let's see. Right up to level 11. Again, next thing we're going to be getting is precise blows. At level 12, we'll be all slotted. So we'll put some points into that. Alright, let's get back to Karametz. Finish that up and then get back to the main quest. Broken Flowers.
Can't be in two places at once, can I?
Top of the day.
Alright, we are headed back to Manor here. Let's get to fast travel. Come on, Roach. Hurry up. Waiting on you.
Whoa!
Okay, quick save. Talk to this guy real quick.
I am Medetta. Novigrad.
Yes. Wish to enlist, Nordling?
I would enlist. Apparently no way to enlist in the Nilfgaardian army. That's too bad. Technically, I already am. I am working for Emir. Find his daughter, Ciri.
The Emperor shall guide us.
Alright. Onward back to Fyke Isle.
A light. Top floor of the tower.
Guilty.
So, found what you were looking for?
Yes, thanks for asking. How are you feeling? Sleep well?
You used me.
Oh, please. I merely seized an opportunity.
If I'd known you just wanted Alexander's notes, I'd never have helped you lift the curse from Fyke Isle.
All right. Perhaps I wasn't completely honest. Didn't quite toe the line. But I knew you'd manage. You're so manly and all.
Uh-huh.
Geralty Poo. Wipe that frown off your face. Or I might
Geralty
think you
Poo?
don't like me anymore.
Didn't come here to play games. I want to know what you're up to.
Naturally, you suspect me of the worst. I don't deserve that. My intentions are pure, like a virgin's tears. Alexander was studying the Catriona plague. I'll use his notes to produce medication, perhaps a cure, or at least a vaccine.
Mm-hmm. Strictly humanitarian motivations, is that it?
Nope, strictly selfish ones. The mighty would pay willingly for such a remedy. Can you imagine how much? Take Radovid, for instance. Why, he might even consider forgetting my past associations with the Lodge.
All becomes clear.
You're either incredibly gullible, or you're trying to play me again.
Whatever do you mean?
Radovid has one objective. To defeat Emhyr. Curing Catriona, stopping the plague, won't help him do that. So he'll either burn you at the stake with those notes among the kindling, or he'll make you use them to create a weapon.
Don't be ridiculous. Bacteria cannot be controlled.
Not yet. But it's possible in theory, isn't it?
In theory, it's just as possible for a Dachshund to impregnate a she-wolf. I don't have time to debate this, Geralt. I'm going to see Radovid,
Yeah,
whether you like it or
Dachshunds.
not.
Kira, I won't let you do this. Thousands of lives in exchange for your amnesty might seem a fair price to you, not to me.
I'll not give you these notes. I'll not give you anything.
Please, don't make me.
Shut up and draw your sword.
Ooh, never fought Kira Mess before. Interesting turn. Boys. Do you realize I'm freaking Geralt of Rivia? Destroy you. Alright. Killed Kira. Not really the way I wanted it to turn out.
Didn't have to end this way.
No, it didn't. Alright, let's try that again. Again, kind of the point of going through here. Oh, hey look,
Some
cutscene.
peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Vellon's self-appointed ruler.
The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
Indeed. And the cutscenes get a little jumbled, depending on where you're at when you load your game up. If we're in Novigrad right now, we'd be getting the cutscene from the Onomancer, or the Dreamer girl. So, or some cutscene about Dandelion. So let's see if we could get through this without her dying.
So, found what you were looking for?
Yes, thanks for asking.
What do you want with those papers?
Why, I aim to use them to continue important work that a man's tragedy. Alexander was studying the Catriona plan.
Mm-hmm. Strictly...
No, strictly selfish. The mighty would pay willingly for such a remedy.
You're either incredibly gullible...
Whatever do you mean?
Radovid has won it.
Don't be ridiculous.
Not yet.
In theory, it's just as possible. I don't have time to debate this, Geralt. I'm going to see Radovid whether you like it or not.
It's your conscience. But you do know hundreds, thousands could die.
What of it? What difference will it make if Nilfgaard's legions die by steel or because of some fucking germs? None.
Right, apparently that's the choice that makes the difference.
A sword won't. That's the difference.
Shut up for a moment and look at me. See this? Bedbugs, Geralt. Bloody bedbugs. I, Kira Metz, advisor to Foltest, a member of the Lodge of Sorceresses, have bedbugs. Think what you will, but I'll not stay in this bloody swamp one day more. Not one day. I shall cross the Pontar, and that means Radovid's men will find me sooner or later. Don't you understand? I don't have a choice. I will have to parley.
Boom.
Got another option. Go to Kaer Morhen.
You believe I'd be safe there?
Long as you don't piss Lambert off, yes. Emir, Radovid, neither will be able to reach you. Find little in the way of luxury there, but we do have clean sheets.
It's a long way, well beyond the dividing line. But if I keep to the woods until I reach the Kestrel Mountains, I should pass through unnoticed. So be it. Seems I find it hard to refuse you, handsome. You've clearly a notion of what women want, how they think.
That's right.
Yeah, kinda. So before I go, I'll need you to hand me those notes.
All right, take them already. Farewell, Geralt. Or rather, see you soon.
Alright. So. Now she's off to Kaer Morhen. Different outcome there. Yeah. Clearly, dialogue choice makes a difference, right? Should have killed her. Now I'll have another ally at Kaer Morhen, I believe. Pretty sure she shows up there. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, she does. Right. Anyways. Moving out. I've been already at this for 3 hours. Feel like maybe I should take a little break. Well, let's see. Let's get on the right quest here. Broken Flowers. Start there. Loading, loading. Alright, so back to where we started today. Let's see, what have I accomplished so far? Oh, I finished up Keira Metz's quest, and she is now safely on her way to Kaer Morhen. So overall, and we have leveled up to level 11. That was our goal. So when I come back on, may come back on later today, or maybe tomorrow. Either way, we'll be finally starting the Broken Flowers quest, which is one of the main quests, and it's to find out what happened to Dandelion, so then we can find out what happened to Ciri. Too easy, right? Well, really, it's not that easy. It's actually a really long quest line, but we'll get it started. And it'll likely, the quests in Novigrad will likely take us up to level 16, and we'll be off to Skellige, right? Well, I'm sure there'll be some time for some more side quests, some more secondary quests, and some exploration along the way. But yes, next time, Broken Flowers. This time we finish up Keira Metz's quest, and she's on her way to Kaer Morhen. That's what we accomplished. There it is. Now wrap it up for now, and I'll be back on a little later. Thank you, Twitch viewers. Appreciate y'all. Dragon Slayer out.